Hello to you. Hello, my. I was trying to make my face less exposure of light. I don't know how can you see this well or not, but probably I need to change this light again. It looks like it is so bright. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm so excited to see all of you because today, did we start live stream or not? It would be nice to know because it would be double awkward. Number one, I'm doing live streams unexpectedly these days. Number two, I just was lost in settings. Anyway, let's go. Let's look to our connection and let's try to see are we online or not. Yeehaw. It would be nice to know. Oh, hello, Lisa Marshall. I see your message. It means that we are already online because I cannot see any changes in my, I don't know, updates. It is very interesting. It is not bad. It is not too bad. But I was feeling it is so huge exposure. Maybe I need to change anyway. Like at least on my camera, it's showing like I'm like white as ghost. And today will be, to be honest, pretty short live stream, like the shortest ever maybe. And I will try to talk with you and watch just one short video. Oh, we online, I see it. Oh, I see. Finally, I see. I see that we are online. Finally. And in this live stream, because these days I'm thinking about languages, and especially Chinese and English. As a result, I'm thinking about the fact how to achieve fluency in another language and how to achieve this fast. I know that there will not be short ways, it is just impossible, but at the same time, I'm hoping that you can find some methods which can help you to improve your knowledge about one language pretty fast. And that's what I'm hoping for. Example, I know that some of you you were studying Chinese for during 2 years, and yes, some and you like 2 years. It is a lot. I believe that it is possible for 2 years definitely to achieve a level. Example, if we are talking about Chinese, like quite good level of understanding. You will be able to explain yourself, and you will be able to do something with language, not just only like yeah. But first year the most awkward ones. Maybe I believe maybe first year the most awkward one because when you are studying language, maybe because you are not understanding so much. And this is one of the reasons that for me, I think that yes, for me first year will be awkward as ever. But I would be happy if you will share with your experience. If you are studying Chinese, please tell me. Um, Jamie Dream said, "Oh, after 2 years, I could ask for the bathroom, the hotel, restaurant, and basic direction." But it is already something because I know that for me it is interesting, Jamie, how many hours you were spending with Chinese, like how many hours you were studying this language, because I know that example. I want to share with you with my textbook. I'm spending maybe couple hours per day. I'm writing down characters, and I feel that it is not so enough to memorize one character, it takes a lot of efforts. It really takes a lot of efforts. And yes, by the way, I didn't tell everyone to hello. I didn't tell this because I was so focused on topic, and I was thinking about this topic all day, and maybe this is one of the reason. But I am happy to tell hello everyone who joined now. Hello to Lisa Marshall, hello to Christina, hello to Jamie Dreams, hello to Adrian. Happy to see all of you. And yes, it is very nice to know your opinion about languages, because in my situation I do not feel, of course, frustration. I'm happy with that I'm studying Chinese, but I feel that progress is so slow, it's just impossible to feel it, just impossible to catch these improvements. Of course, I'm studying only 1 week. 1 week, I think it makes sense that I will not see anything, but with English, I at least wasn't thinking about characters. Like, I mean, as a result, I was thinking about vocabulary, pronunciation, of course, and of course about grammar. Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. That's what I was thinking about English. And I still do mistakes, and I will do them. With Chinese, I just studying at this moment just characters. And what I want to do with you in this short live stream, just to watch video, short video about how to learn language on your own fast, because you know that this time I'm studying language by my own. That was happening with English, but I have a lot of people who is giving me advices. Thank you to our Eagle community. I appreciate this. With English, I'm lucky, and with Chinese, I will have tutors probably for practicing. I mean, for improving my speech for this goal. And that's kind of, I'm not ready to do this now because I will receive, I will have first, how to say, donations which I received from Sam Smith Q for my tutors. And I will start my schedule maybe from next week. Where I will try, I hope teacher will help me to put my pronunciation or tone in the right way. I don't know. Can I say so? I hope yes. And yes, this will be short video, how to learn any language on your own, fast. But again, I do not believe in fast way. I really do not believe this. I feel that it is already speculation that this Brian Wills, his name, I see his channel, or maybe Wiles, maybe he is trying to speculate, he is trying to lie, but I want to listen his opinion, and will be happy if you will leave your likes, will be happy if you will leave your comments, because Jamie Dreams said that for 2 years she has knowledge of Chinese, like basic knowledge, where she can explain her like directions, like ask about directions, where to go, how, and etc., and to ask questions, and I suppose it's logical to answer on them. And yes, before we will start, you can leave like, comments would be nice, and let's go. To be honest, sometimes I'm thinking that whilst how people doing these tasks, how they can study so many languages, because this guy which we will watch now, he has knowledge of several languages, and that's why for me it is fascinating to listen him, because he's kind of like several languages. Come on, it is a lot. And okay, let's jump into topic. Let's go.
Second language till I was 28.
One moment.
I didn't start learning a second language till I was 28 years old. I'm 35 now, and I speak Spanish, French, Mandarin, and Arabic. And I speak
Yes, Spanish. It looks like I was watching videos from this guy before. Just one of the things that now I'm starting to listen him more seriously because I'm understanding that he knows several of them. Spanish, French, Mandarin. I want to listen.
I didn't start learning a second language till I was 28 years old. I'm
28 years old. 28. He started to study language. I feel that it is is it possible?
35 now, and I speak Spanish, French, Mandarin, and Arabic. And I
Spanish, French, Mandarin, and Arabic. Spanish, French, Mandarin, and Arabic. 4 languages. It is hell, damn it. How it's possible? And Jamie, thank you for your advice. Speak a Chinese show you really like and watch it over and over. Then after you can hear what they are saying, like recognize the words, then I turn off subtitles. It took a while. Yeah, I feel that it will take a while for sure because it sounds like a challenging. You said that you started Mandarin at 47 and you still not still like at any age. We know that it is because I started to study Chinese or Chinese English couple years ago. One moment, I want to answer message. I started to study Chinese or English when it was. I don't remember already. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Let's say like 4 years ago. It was 2019 probably. Or 2020 it was 2020 and I was 28, it looks like 28 I was when I started to study English. 28. And for this time I learned only English. He learned already 4 languages, including Mandarin, including French, including Spanish. He was a hard-working guy. I do not understand how he can do this, like for so fast. Of course, it looks like level of understanding will be different. Like it depends how deep you know language. Just to know, so I think it is not okay. I mean, like it depends from what you want. Hello to Thomas Lee. Happy to see you, Thomas. Hi.
speak them all more or less fluently. But look, I'm not some kind of savant. I've simply discovered an effective method that's helped me learn languages quickly. It's free, it's straightforward, and believe it or not, it's enjoyable. And in this video, I want to share it with you. There's an unbelievable amount of bad information out there when it comes to language learning, especially on YouTube. I'm sure you've seen videos with titles like, learn a language in 3 months, learn a language in 2 weeks, learn a language while you're on the John. Here's the reality. Those videos are not real. They're
If it is not real, what's happened with his face? Clickbait. He said clickbaits. But oh, hello, Sam Smith Q. Thank you, Sam Smith Q, for little table, which I will use for sure. Thank you, appreciate your support. It means a lot. And I would say that it is clickbait when people talking that you can learn this for 3 months. But I'm not understanding. He learned several languages for 4 years. It looks like he was spending with one language 1 year. It looks like this. That's what I think about, because But what kind of level you can achieve for 1 year? I don't know. I don't know because it sounds for me like a little bit challenging, really challenging.
Stop. I'm going to speak to you honestly about language learning because, in my opinion, false expectations are deadly. So please hear this. Real progress takes time. At a bare minimum, it's probably going to take you at least 6 months to feel comfortable speaking a new language. And that's if it's
How it's possible? For me, 6 months, it will take just to understand few words. How he can talk about this? I was not able to talk in English after 1 year of studying English. I was afraid to do mistakes. I was always, it was terrible. I mean, like how I was taught. I mean, experience of going through yourself. It was painful. And I don't know, 6 months? It is crazy.
relatively close to a language you already know, say English to Spanish. If it's a more distant language, say English to Japanese, you should be prepared to spend at least 2 years studying consistently before you really feel natural expressing yourself in a variety of different situations. And for what it's worth, that's how I define the term fluency.
Yes, Jamie Dreams, you said I think he's crazy. I think he is crazy because for 6 months to start, like he said, feeling yourself already, it is like not, I mean, like how it's possible for 6 months? Like, I'm not understanding this. But at the same time, it sounds like fascinating. Like, like he said that it can, false hopes, they can be deadly, and I feel it's the same situation, that it can be deadly for your motivation because people can have frustration. That's why I do not have any false hopes. I know that I will start to understand Chinese maybe after how long? After 2 years. 1.5, let's say like this. Basics I will receive after 1.5 years. Let's talk like this. But it will be, I'm talking about basics. It's how I understand this. Because 2,000 hours, some people tell. It is like, yeah. Remember, I do American English, mother tongue, French, German, and Russian. I don't know how you can do this. I mean, for me, it is how say difficult, struggling. I have struggles when we are talking about languages, and that's why I do not feel that after 1 year I will have conversational level in Chinese. I feel that it will give me only some understanding of Chinese itself, but I will not speak because in English I was not talking in English after 1 year. I was not talking. Hello Heather, obviously this is all this guy does, learning languages. It depends what your end goal is of learning languages. My goal of having languages, if we are talking about translator, or maybe like after 1 year or maybe two, like some time when I will be able to speak in Chinese, I want to use this for basic days, for like I'm using every day English. That's what I want to do, and somehow to make this for me beneficial, obviously. I know how to study languages, Sam Smith Q. It is amazing. I still don't. I know that it takes just a lot of efforts. You need to spend thousands of hours at home studying. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm not thinking about other tasks, just language, language, language. Today I was reading English, then I was studying Chinese. That's what I'm doing. Just nothing else, only this. And it is, that's how I see. Okay. And hello, Jean, happy to see you. Hi, Alex, you said hello, Jean, to you. Nice to see you. And okay, let's go.
Able to understand other people and express yourself comfortably in virtually any context. So, how do you get to that level? Well, let's dive in. We'll consider the language learning process in 3 stages: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. If you're new to a language and know little or nothing about it, you're at the beginner stage, and your goal is pretty simple. You want to get a handle on the basics of understanding and speaking simple sentences. That's it. So, what qualifies as a simple sentence? Well, that's on you to decide. I'll talk more about specific resources you can use in a moment, but it's important you know that this method doesn't have any specific boxes to check. It's open-ended. Why? Because language is personal. We all express ourselves in different ways and care about different things. Only you know what you need to learn to become fluent. So when
I do not think that it's how I was understanding this. I mean, it is so abstractive. I mean, like, the way how he's talking, of course, he knows many languages, but at the same time, yes, I agree, only you can know, only you, yes, I agree completely, but at the same time, I feel that some basic things, they kind of universal, like pronunciation, like grammar, and writing. These basic skills with language, they can be universal, and they are universal, and it doesn't depend from you. I mean, like, do you need to know word, to know this word like mother in Chinese? Of course you need to know. I think it is basic things, or father, or sister, stuff like this. I think maybe here I'm a little bit... I agree with everything what he said. It is not controversial, but at the same time, I feel that basics, they're equal for everyone. It doesn't matter from where you are, who you are, and what status you have, but basics, they're basics. And here I think that I feel so, like, does it matter? Like, my situation, yes, I see, JV, you, yeah, I see this character. I want to tell you that one of the things, my understanding of studying, it is always spending a lot of hours, nothing more. Like, it is just close yourself from all around the world and to dive into this topic. That's how I can see. And any education, if I am studying at university, I need to study. That's what, again, that's how I see this. It doesn't matter what you are studying. Language, topic, mathematics, anyway, the most important to love this. But at the same time, I see that basics, like in math, I'm terrible at math, as you know, but they're basics. You cannot avoid this. It is not something that you can pick up. It's not something that you can choose, like, okay, I will choose structure, I don't know, grammar, that's why grammar exists.
Something doesn't make sense to you, seek out the answer. The internet is filled with free tutorials for virtually every language on Earth. Okay, back to talking about the beginner stage. At the outset, you'll want to use some kind of structured guide that can provide a foundation for you to build on. Maybe that's a textbook with an audio companion, maybe it's a website, maybe it's an educational YouTube series. But stay away from apps like Duolingo. They're too easy and too slow. Whatever reason...
I don't know I have Busuu app, but again, I'm not using applications because with Chinese I do not feel that it will work out for me at least. I'm trying to remember, was I using application with English? No, because applications usually you can find free, of course, versions, but I didn't pay for this. Right now I paid for Busuu, but I paid not for me. I was thinking that my friend will study. Yes. Anyway, let's look. Once one learns one foreign language, it becomes easy to learn other languages. Sam, thank you for sharing. And I do not feel if maybe if I do not feel that it is easy for me right now with Chinese. I do not feel this. And again, oh, okay. Okay. I do maybe because this language is not relative. I mean, like they're just different. That's why maybe one of the reason. Okay. I can say what I did. I used Duolingo and I wrote in a blank notebook. I wrote the word its phonetic sound, then in the language with the English translation. I like Duolingo. Yes, that's what I think, that Duolingo can work for some people, but cannot probably will not work for others. I think it depends, like from style which you prefer to study, from method which you like to use for studying. This is one of the things. But by itself, Duolingo, I do not think that it is. You can choose your pace there. I would not say that it is like too easy. It depends from yourself. That's what I think.
Source you choose, make sure that you're listening and speaking a lot. Reading about a language will help you understand how the pieces fit together, but you want to practice actually using that language as soon as possible. Don't worry, you can do this alone for now, and you don't need perfect pronunciation. Just do your best. Okay, great. What else? As you're studying, make sure you write down useful vocabulary whenever you come across it, words or even short phrases. But do yourself a favor and type your notes. Don't write them by hand. Why? Well, learning to write by hand is time-consuming, and in my opinion, it's not particularly useful. I mean,
that's one of the things what I'm doing now with Chinese. I'm writing down, and probably he's right with this because I feel that you need to learn to write Chinese characters, but to be honest, you also need to learn how to type them, and maybe in future I need to learn how to type characters, not to write them, because I cannot say that I'm writing a lot of in English now at this moment. I feel that if I will do something, I will probably need to type something in English, not to write this down. To write it is, of course, good. It is amazing ability, but it is not essential. It is, you need to know maybe to memorize this. Yeah, I think that here I need to change a little bit my approach towards writing. Maybe to spend less time with writing than that I'm doing now. But trying to listen more and to talk more. That's I will take this advice from him. And if you have a passion to learn a particular language and you look at it as fun thing to do, I think it would be easier to absorb as it in Chinese. Yes, writing down is good. Then you have written notes to refer back to it in your notebooks. Yeah, I think that it is controversial. Maybe Yeah, I agree with you. Writing is good, but at the same time, yeah, it is time consuming. But at the same time, I feel that he was studying 4 or 5 languages. He was studying many languages. As a result, um, for him, it is of course, when he's studying so focused on many languages, it is like when you will write. When? Question when? Because it's just impossible. How can he write when he doesn't have time for this? It's logical. And I see your message, Thomas Lee, to Jamie. Sin Nien Kai Lei. What does it mean? Con si fa cai. I don't know what it means. I was trying to understand what it can be, but I have no idea what you wrote, Thomas Lee. I have no idea. And yeah. Okay, I don't agree with him about typing because in psychology the best memory tools are speak, it, write is, and hear it for studying. That I understand. I understand you, Jamie, what you're talking about. Yes, maybe this traditional way of studying, writing down, feeling every character, and it is probably the best way to memorize characters itself. And yes, in this way it makes sense. It makes really sense. But I think that language by itself, that's why I'm thinking, studying language by itself, it's time consuming. It is requires a lot of effort. And my keyboard doesn't have the capability to type in other alphabets. You just can download keyboard. You have keyboards. Yes, I have this keyboard. There you can only English letters, and as a result, I can type. I can type this pinyin, but for me it's uncomfortable to use Russian here on this keyboard because it is kind of like impossible, but I mean, like, I do not have the Russian letters. On other I have, yeah.
How often do you write with a pen and paper in your native language? I'm guessing pretty rarely. Learning to type, however, will be very valuable to you when you reach a more advanced level. We'll talk more about that later. So download the appropriate keyboard, install it, and start using it. So to recap, as a beginner, you want to 1. Find a good learning resource, 2. Get a handle on the basics of making sentences, and 3. Type your notes and review them regularly. You should be doing all of that for at least an hour every day. Okay.
Hour of every day. It is not enough. Hello to Annie Mouse, happy to see you. I do not feel that hour it is enough. Sorry, but it is bullshit. I do not believe that for 1 hour you will find... Maybe we understanding about different level, because for me, level which I want to achieve, it means 10 hours per day, 5 hours per day, 7 hours, 3 hours per day minimum. But not hour at all. Minimum 3 hours per day, minimum. That's how I see. For me, again, studying language, it means you need to spend with this language every day. Live with this language every day. That's how I was doing with English. I was living with English, and I live with English still now, and will live in future with English. It has already become part of my life, this language, and that's how I see. Just when people, I'm talking sometimes with people and thinking about how long. I mean, it depends what kind of goal do you have. If you want to have real fluency, that's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong. you need to spend like a lot of hours. And again, it depends maybe from personality, because I'm slow learner. I prefer to learn slowly and a lot, step by step. Some people like to have methods like more intensive methods when they study in 1 hour, and it is quite intensive lessons because they're thinking about productivity. I don't know, but I cannot memorize a lot of information for 1 hour, because and they on the next lesson they review this information. I don't know how they do this, but it's not my style for sure.
Okay, level 2, intermediate. Once you feel ready, you can begin to incorporate what I call the walking technique into your study routine. It's really the heart of this whole system, and it'll help you improve drastically, no matter what your level. The idea is pretty straightforward. I want you to find high-quality listening material in your target language. You can use a podcast, or you can listen to YouTube videos without looking at the screen. The more natural and conversational, the better. So try to avoid things like audiobooks or news broadcasts. Ideally, you'll be able to find an immersive series that's designed for people who are learning your target language.
Yeah, like news broadcasts. First time when I was listening a lot of BBC when I was studying English, like British English. I was listening this a lot. As a result, sometimes the way how I was talking, it was sometimes was awkward, and I feel that sometimes still I have these kind of mistakes. And I think that, not mistakes, the way how I'm using words and structure, that's one of the thing. But by itself, I think that yes, I probably agree with him. Probably it is better to watch movies. Like Jamie Dreams said, thank you for this advice. Movies. It is amazing to watch. And watching YouTubers. Probably it is one of the best too. But again, in Chinese, I don't know. They do not have YouTube. They have own platforms, like how's called IQIYI. I don't know. And also Bilibili. They have stuff like this. I need to listen their podcasts, maybe too.
Programs like this for German, Spanish, Mandarin, etc. Once you've found some suitable listening material, here's what I want you to do. Step 1. Every day, put on your headphones and listen to that program or video. And as you do that, I want you to simply walk around outside. You can stroll around your neighborhood or maybe through a park, and you'll listen to your target language as you do that. Step 2. As you're listening and walking, I want you to quietly repeat any short phrases that you understand. Don't stop the audio track, just quietly say the phrase and try to match the speaker's pronunciation. Early on, you might only catch 10% of what's being said. That's absolutely fine. You'll understand more with...
It was encouraging. Just 10%. It was fun. Early on, maybe. Studies have shown that 2 hours is the maximum for your brain. Then you need 6 hours rest for the brain to absorb into memory. Then another 2 hours of learning again. Wow, never heard about this. Never heard. Alex, you said you learned English from watching English movies. It worked. Yes, I was watching a lot of Netflix. It is true. And I was, maybe Netflix. It is one of the things. Because I watched tons of material. Like The Walking Dead I watched in English completely. Come on, it is The Walking Dead. I feel that same here. Probably I need to apply my previous experience and try to watch a lot of movies. yeah, maybe that's what I need to do.
With time. Just stick with it and stay relaxed as you walk and listen and speak. If you have any experience with meditation, you may notice that this exercise has some parallels, and that's by design, because staying relaxed while you learn is very important. It helps new information reach your deep memory, and it'll let your mind naturally adapt to hearing and speaking a new language. Plus, I find that studying at a desk usually kills my motivation after a few weeks. But with this walking technique, I don't have that problem. I actually enjoy it.
I cannot tell that it will kill my motivation, but I mean, like, I agree with him. Studying in front of desk, it's more difficult than studying like in a relaxed way. I agree with him. But at the same time, you can try to enjoy from this, because I'm trying to enjoy from writing characters. And I'm enjoying, not trying, I'm enjoying from this process and trying to memorize these characters by writing them. I'm enjoying from this process, truly. I do not feel that like, oh my gosh, like I'm not forcing myself to sit and to write characters. Maybe it is for me that's why time consuming. But I feel that again, it doesn't matter what you will do. If you want to be expert in this, it is time consuming anyway. Doesn't matter what you will do. It will take all your time if you want to achieve something.
And if you're someone who loves learning languages, I think you will too. Now, there is a third step to this exercise that you should add when you feel ready. Maybe that's right away, maybe it takes a few months, your call. So as you listen, you're obviously going to hear many, many words and phrases that you don't understand. But some of these words and phrases will start to stick out. You'll hear them more often. And if people are using these words regularly, they're probably pretty useful. So you want to know what they mean. Well, how do you find out? My general recommendation would be to repeat the word or phrase into Google Translate. Now hold on, I know that people hate on Google Translate. They say it doesn't work.
I think that I was using Google Translate pretty often, and I do not think that it is a bad idea. And right now I'm using a lot Google Translate too. I feel that I need to be more closely to camera, because in such a way my face will not be so bright. Maybe in future I need to turn a little bit off light, because I feel that I'm so, yeah, too much light. Anyway, yeah, I think that I can understand his opinion, and in some ways I agree, in some ways.
Doesn't translate accurately, and look, 5 years ago I would have agreed. But Google Translate is getting much smarter. You can look up the research on this if you don't believe me, and frankly, I'd say it's pretty effective at this point, especially if you're looking up common vocabulary. No, it's not perfect, but at the very least, it'll keep a rough record of all your searches, and you can double check the meanings later on with a native speaker. More on that in just a moment. Okay, we've covered the walking technique. Now let's talk about how you can reach a more advanced level where you feel truly fluent. I'll cut right to the chase. You need to talk with people.
I would like to hear him speak in another language. I want to see Brian Wiles. Let's look Spanish videos popular. Oh, I'm watching the most popular video of him. Yeah, let's listen a little bit.
Don't stop me, don't stop.
I want to listen his because he studying different languages.
ويلز أنا أمريكي ولغتي الأم هي الإنجليزية، وده الدرس الأول من سلسلة تعلم الإنجليزي بتاعتي. لو أنت بتتعلم من صفر أو بتعرف تتكلم شوية إنجليزي.
Number one, I feel that he is talking fast. It is giving impression that he is fluent. Number two, I'm understanding nothing.
الكورس ده هيساعدك تتكلم إنجليزي بشكل طبيعي. في الدرس ده هتتعلم ازاي تقدم نفسك وازاي تقدر تعمل محادثة صغيرة. في نهاية الفيديو هنتدرب على كل اللي اتعلمناه. فخلينا نبتدي على طول. جاهز؟ Hi, I'm Brian. What's your
Okay, I got it. It was basics.
name?
I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you. خلينا نجرب تاني. المرة دي ابدأ أنت. جاهز؟
But at
Hi,
the same...
I'm Brian.
it is like... I'm Brian. He's cute, Brian. What I want to tell you...
إنجليزي. أنا هشيل الترجمة دي بس تقدر تشغل ترجمة يوتيوب في أي وقت لو محتاج مساعدة.
Yes, of course it is just basics. I was thinking what he's talking about, but it was just basics words. I think that it is not, yeah, a lot. Okay, what kind of languages?
Hi, my name is Brian Wiles, and I make
Yes, okay, I started to watch his channel more, or like to look at, I think that, yes, let's finish his video about how to learn any language on your own fast.
people in your target language. But how can you do that as efficiently as possible? Well, the simplest way is to use a website like italki.com and pay a native speaker for an hour of their time over Skype. In my opinion, that's money very well spent. But there are free alternatives if you prefer. You can, for instance, use an app like HelloTalk to set up an unpaid language exchange with another student. And of course, you don't have to use the internet. If you're able to practice with a native speaker in person, a friend or a family member, or even a paid tutor, you'll likely progress even faster. But this is very important. Once you find a conversation partner who you like, you must avoid using English as much as possible, unless, of course, you're learning English.
I think that, yes, of course, it is good advice. Try to avoid language, which is easier. Because, example, before I started to study Chinese relying on Russian language, now I'm relying more on English because it is giving me opportunity to improve my English too.
I know it can feel uncomfortable and even exhausting to make an hour of conversation in an unfamiliar language, but experiencing that kind of challenge will force your mind to improve quickly. It's just like working out at the gym. You need to push yourself if you want to get stronger. And look, there's no need to be afraid of making mistakes. In fact, they're helpful because when someone corrects you, you'll be that much less likely to make the same mistake in the future. So keep experimenting. And if you find yourself using the same phrases or talking about the same topics over and over, try something new. Think of yourself as the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Always test your limits and stay on the lookout for that big breakthrough. I hope you guys...
He's nice. He looks adorable a little bit. But, of course, yes, he speak Arabic, I mean. Hello to Thomas Lee, yes. And, yeah, I think that some of you must German. You know German, obviously, because you're German. It is fun to know other languages. And in my mind always was to know, English to know, it's kind of basics. It is something that you must know in modern world, in reality, right now. But obviously, in my mind, if I will be able to speak other languages, not only English but Chinese, where I will be able already to be a real translator in future, maybe to use this in my basic life, I feel that that's what I need the most. Only now, after months of searching myself, I got it what I need. And it is quite good, to be honest. I am happy that I found my goal, real goal, which I want to do. I think that it is nice. For me, it would be interesting to know, yes, you can see how bright it is. Maybe because of lights which I'm using now. Yes, for me it would be interesting, of course, to know your opinion. Obviously, I know that yes, I need to go a little bit closer. I know that it is It requires all of you. And like studying language, it requires you like all your time, all your thoughts, not part of you. That's how it's working with me. I cannot think about other things while I like while I'm doing my goal. Maybe it is stupid way, and maybe it is in some way not okay, but again, we are different. I feel this thing, and in my mind, I was always thinking, if I want to achieve results, I need to put all my effort into this. Example, if I was going to the gym in Russia, I was going to the gym and I did this, like I was just did it so effectively. I mean, I had program, I ate only such type of food, and that's all. Like, it was difficult, of course, but you still need a degree for translating, yes. But I feel in my mind, degree for translation, it is, yes, you're right, I need this, but at this moment you can receive online degree, certificate at first, or maybe certificates, like something that can give you like, oh, you finished this one. And because sometimes when I was studying, like not sometimes when you are studying and finishing degree, you have zero knowledge. That's what's happened with me in Russia. I was studying 4 years, then another 4 years, then I went to study for master degree. You're right completely. I need to have degree in translating. But at first, like, because the modern translators, they not like, it's not enough to know 2 languages. Like, it's nothing. You need to know at least 3, like 2, I mean, native and 2 learned. It is like basics, this modern. A degree in languages is awesome. It is very awesome. It is very awesome. But this time I'm thinking more about certificates in this, where I will be able to study something directly which can help me to study what I want to study. I mean, because, yeah, thank you, you could do it. Thank you, Jean, thank you. Just I'm understanding that my task is incredibly huge. Incredibly huge, and at the same time, it doesn't matter. I mean, like, one day I was thinking that English, it would be incredible task for me to achieve conversational level. Right now I have conversational level. Yes, I still do mistakes, it is okay. Yes, I still can find a lot of new words for me, and it is okay for me too. And the most important, that English became part of my life. English, it is part of me, and it is amazing. It is amazing. With Chinese, I believe that I need to have degree in, like, example, if we are talking about translating, I need to find this, because I cannot afford always jump from place to place, because jump from like, oh, today I want to do this, today I want to do that. No, everything what I want, it's all the same. All the same, let's be honest. I didn't change my mind. No, I want to know still other stuff. Just if I want to achieve real results in something, I need to put effort into this. Like, and to do this, just do this. And that's all. That's how I feel this. I will like, hello to everyone. Anonymous, not stupid. Your brain needs to learn to think or fading sentences in that language. Speaking your mother tongue doesn't help. Yeah, yeah. I think that I agree with you. It is important to avoid in other languages when you are studying, but for me, I found out it's more fun to rely on English when I'm studying Chinese. It is really more fun and more entertainment process, I feel so, because when I was doing videos, like one day I'm studying Chinese. I was doing these videos on Instagram. Second day I'm studying Chinese. Sixth day I'm studying Chinese. And I realized that it wasn't so fun to rely on Russian in my situation. It is more fun for me to rely on English. And right now I'm example, I have books where I'm writing Chinese, and there you can see English translation. English. Not Russian, but English. Maybe you didn't see this. I hope that you can see now. Yes, English translation. It is more fun, and I feel that in some way it is helpful. And I think that it is amazing, of course, thing for me to do, because if I will be able to improve myself in this, it means that like another goal will be achieved. And I hope that, yes, I am grateful, of course, for your support, for everything what you're doing, likes, messages, donations. Amazon wish list from Sam Smith Kulik clearing pretty fast. I'm grateful for this a lot too. And yeah, I believe that today I was doing on Twitch live stream. I was doing already a couple hours where I was listening Chinese music and writing these characters. I feel that it was slow process, but it was process. And like today was already productive day, and I think that it is good. It is really good, even if it's slow process. And again, as I said to you before, yes, I agree with this guy. In some ways it is strange, but I have a little bit different opinion. I do know, it doesn't mean that I disagree with him, I just look a little bit differently. Example, I feel that basics, they're equal for everyone. I mean, yes, of course, if it is different language, it is more, it sounds like if it's similar to your language, like Spanish, similar, like some sounds closer English to and Spanish than English and Chinese. It is for sure. I agree with you completely. But at the same time, I feel that all this structure of English of language, it's kind of equal for everyone. I mean, maybe I'm not understanding something. I mean, misunderstood him, his opinion. Maybe something happened that I didn't get his message. Okay. It was at least, it was productive. This hour I got for me that he gave advice to type more. I uploaded the opinion. If I want to translate or type this in Google Translate, I'm just typing this in Pinyin and I see this character. For me, it is also useful to see differences between typed character and written character, because here on these notebooks which I have, it is written. It can be a little bit different. Listening to Chinese music is nice. The music is wonderful even if not understood. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Christina, completely. I was listening to the Chinese music and I understood nothing, like zero something. I understood only something like 我爱你. There was some such song like I love you. 我爱你. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. And I understood this phrase in song. 我爱你. And it was amazing feeling. I was feeling, wow, 我爱你. Like something like this, I tried to repeat, and it was fun. It was really fun. And I hope that my goal will be realized. I believe that I will realize this. I believe that it will be just matter of time and consistent work. Consistent work. Anyway, it was fun. It was really fun today for me because I also was reading today Vampire Diaries, by the way. If you think that I'm thinking only about Chinese, no way. Of course, I'm still studying English, and I was reading today Vampire Diaries. I've read only 2 chapters, not so much. I mean, like they're like 20 pages. It is not so much, but still. My ears find Asian languages training to listen. I want to tell you that any language to listen, if it is new for you, it can be, you can have even headache. You can have headache when you're listening first time. Same was me when I was listening English first time. I was forcing myself to listen. I was taking like, I do not want to do this. And I was putting, sometimes, it's not always. Majority of time it was fun. I want to tell you, majority of time it was fun. But sometimes you have this like, and you feel that your head, like you said, mind can explode because you cannot recognize it. It's a difficult process. And same with Chinese with me right now. I tried to listen yesterday before going to sleep, Chinese, and after 40 minutes, I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep because it was so painful to listen. I mean, like, this sound. I'm like, no, stop it. I tried to go to sleep with Chinese sound, and I just turn off this at 2 or 3 a.m. I turn off this. I went to sleep at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. I turn off this sound. Maybe like this. Anyway, it was fun and it is fun. That's what I'm talking about. But still, it doesn't matter if I had a little bit headache from Chinese. I need to try again to do this. I need to try to do this again. And headache, you speak about has that as an experience. You speak about that as an experience. Okay. You speak 2, your spouse speaks 5, and it's crazy. It is crazy cool to speak several languages. It is my dream, and it is my dream to. Dima is big Z. Okay, it is his choice, his life. To be honest, I do not care what he's doing, but because I have my own goals, my own life, that's what I'm thinking about. Going to Chinese restaurant during dim sum can be deafening. Yes, I didn't go to Chinese restaurant here, and I do not have plans to go for sure, at least first half year or maybe 1 year. Only after 1 year. I think that I will I will go to Chinese place where I will be able to practice it in Chinese restaurant or stuff like this. But right now, I think it is not necessary to go because all this information which I can take, I can use online. It makes no sense to go to at this point, at least now, maybe only after 1 year. I think it makes sense. But now, with English, I was not practicing with anyone probably first 1 year. I mean, like I was listening a lot. I was trying to repeat from material which you can find on the internet. But now, because I will have tutors which will help me to pronounce correctly tones, because it is a difficult part for me to pronounce tones correctly, but still we will see. I have a slow processing brain. Your brain fast and a steel trap. I've heard many times that women can take information faster. That's why I've heard this many times, that they can process several things at the same time. It is about women. I'm a slow brain too. I mean, like, not yes, I'm slow brain too. I'm studying slowly, consciously. I'm trying to process this in my own pace, and it's how it looks like. I hope that you get my message for today. Today I was trying to understand a little bit. I try to little bit speculate. It's not me, it's this guy Brian Wiles, how to learn any language on your own fast. But at the same time, I'm understanding that there you will not find any fast way. It's just impossible. Alex, your signal is 5 from 5. Thank you, Sam Smith Q. Thank you. And yes, I feel that I just need to be myself. I just need to do this in my own way. But to listen others, it is always good. To listen others and try to take from them lesson, it is always amazing. And especially if we are talking about languages, studying languages, I feel that it is good to try to understand others' experience. Yeah. And anyway, thank you all of you for being today in Eagle community. I appreciate this a lot. It was amazing to see all of you, and sometimes to talk about different topics, as sometimes it is unexpectedly, but it is always fun. It is always fun. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your donations for my first ever car, and for clearing my wish list on Amazon. Thank you, Sam Smith Q, for this support. And I think that right now we can say each other goodbye. I feel that when you find your own thing to do, you will be able to do this without struggling, and you will do this with enjoyment. And that's what I feel now, that I am enjoying from process which I am doing, from studying English, because I'm still studying English, and from studying Chinese. I'm enjoying from this process, and that's maybe the most important key for achieving results and for achieving desired goal. But as for now, I want to tell you that you are amazing. You are capable to do anything. I mean, like, good. You are capable to achieve your goals, because you are smart. You are enough. I believe in you, and it is important to believe in yourself. And as always, I'm wishing you to be yourself, all of the best, and see you next time.